Good afternoon to you, everybody. First of all, I want to say congratulations to you. And I'm so happy and pleased to be here today. My appreciation goes to the president of Motivated Women International. Thank you very much for having us. And on this note, I want us to say a big thank you to her. Let's give her a round of applause. I don't know how to describe her, but sincerely, she's indeed a mother. And each time I have conversation with her, I see that she's someone that is very, very passionate with the grassroots. And this is evident in what we're seeing today. I think this is my second graduation that I'm going to witness when I joined LSETF. And sincerely, what she's doing is very, very wonderful. So once again, let's give her a round of applause. Daddy, thank you very much for being behind our moment. It's a pleasure meeting you here today. I also want to thank the organizer, the people that gave us this building for this training. Thank you very much, man. May the work of the Lord continue to increase in Jesus' name. And to our coordinator, Dr. Mrs., thank you very much for this opportunity. Wow. Why are we here today? After our graduation, someone said something. He said, after money, it is what? It is money. And that is why today we are here. And this is not the first time we are doing this. We've been in partnership with Motivated Women, and we will continue to be in partnership with them.
Thank you so much.
To ensure that the graduates from this skill acquisition training have access to finance through Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. As you all know, some of you might have known what Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, what we do. My colleague from the Ministry of Wealth Creation has said one of those things that we do. And today, I'm just going to share more light on what we do at Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. But before I go to that, I just want to encourage you, when I have the opportunity to talk to people like this, I also use the opportunity not only to tell you what Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, what we stand for, but also to encourage you. My first encouragement goes to everyone. As you acquire these skills today, start from where you are. I encourage you today, start from where you are. You don't need to look for a big shop. You don't need to look for big amount of money before you will start. Start from where you are. The second thing is, start with what you have. You don't need to be looking for 1 million naira before you will start the training or the skills that you have acquired. Please start with the little that you have, and I pray that the blessing of God will be upon that little and it will make it big in Jesus' name. Amen. The third thing I want to say and to encourage you with is, start within your circle. What do I mean by this? Is that you don't need to go far before you start. Start within your environment. If you have learned skills on how to make chemicals, detergent, start within your neighborhood. Start from your church. Start from your family. Start from your neighbors. Those are the people that are going to announce your work. So please don't wait till someone is doing a big event. I always give an example. There was a lady that I met where I was working before. She learned skills in catering, and she started cooking soup for people. You know, some people who cook soup, they will pack it. For those of us that are office people, we don't used to have time over the weekend to cook for family. And this lady started cooking, pack the soup, we will pack it in takeaway plate, and she's selling it. And you know what? A bowl of soup goes for like 10,000. Later she increased it 15,000 in VI, and before you get to know it, this lady started coming to deliver the soup with car. And one day she said, I brought my car. Why am I saying this? Is that you don't need to start so big. Start with people. Start telling people, I make soap, I make detergent, I make sanitizer, I'm an hairdresser, I can do makeup. If you have people in your church that want to do wedding, volunteer to do makeup for them. By the time you are tying gele for them, another person will call you, madam, you can tie gele. They will tie, they will pay you. And thereby you make your money. I pray that the Lord will prosper you as you put into practice what you have learned in Jesus' name. Amen. At Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, through the Lagos State government, we've also made a provision for you to see that you start up with something. Not just to have the training, but also to have the required capital to start up. And to this end, as all of you are here, as startup, because we classify you as micro-enterprise startup, you have access to loans between 50,000 and 250,000 naira. Thank you. At what we call a single-digit interest rate. What do we mean by single-digit interest rate is this? This is an interest rate that you cannot see anywhere. Our Oga from Wealth Creation that is going to that dry cleaning place, when we were talking, we have a partnership at LSETF with a commercial bank. And you know, the commercial bank with Lascota, and they were making us to understand that they can only give this loan out at 27% per annum. But at LSETF, the loan that you have access to is 9% per annum. What do I mean by that? Is that the interest rate that you are going to pay, the interest you are going to pay on the principal amount of money is 9%. For example, say you get 100,000 naira with LSETF for 1 year. After 1 year, you are going to pay 9% of 100,000, which is how much? 9,000. 9,000 plus 100,000 equals to what? 109,000. For someone that he feels that it is 100,000 that is enough for me, that I want to start my business with, he or she will pay back 109,000 after 12 months. That is the total he's going to pay back. Is it not cheap? Let's clap for LSETF. Aside from this interest rate, because we understand that you are startup, we also give you what we call a 1-month moratorium before you start paying back. What it means is that unlike other loans that you take in microfinance banks, that you take from commercial banks, that you will start paying immediately. For people in your category, you are not going to pay back immediately. You have 1 month grace before you will start paying back. Let's give Lagos State Employment Trust Fund another round of applause. And like I always say, you cannot see this kind of facility anywhere. While we are coming, someone sent me a chat and I could not check it because I was carried away while we were in the car. So when I was there, I saw her testimony. And she said with the little 250,000 naira that we gave to her, she has been able to start her fashion business. And today, she has also been able to acquire 3 staff that are working for her. And sincerely, I was so impressed. And this will also be your own testimony in Jesus' name. That you not only acquire the skill, that you not only start the business, but you too, you begin to create employment for people. Because when you take people, what do? You pay them salary. You're also taking them away from poverty and also giving them a life. So I want to encourage you today, what are the requirements that you need for this loan? Like I always tell people at this category, the startup loan, is that you need your certificate. So please, keep your certificate very, very well. It is very important. The certificate they are going to give to you today, right? Today, is very, very important because it's one of the requirements to which you are going to apply. And this single you have to be a micro startup entrepreneur. The second thing that you are going to need to apply is what we call your Lastra ID card. To get Lastra ID card, that we call Lagos State Resident Registration Agency ID card. It's very, very simple. And it is free of charge. Just go to any nearest local government to you. Ask for Lastra office. God bless you, my sister. Thank you very much. She's already showing us. When you have that ID card, it's one of the requirements that you need to access this loan. The third thing that you need is what we call the government ID card. What do we mean by this government ID card? There are 4. If you have any of these 4, it qualifies you to access this loan. You need either your NIN, which is very popular now, which is the national ID card. If you have a SIM card in Nigeria, if you have a smartphone or you have a phone and you have a SIM card, before you can register your SIM card, you must have your NIN. So if you have your NIN, you can use it. If you have your voter's card, you can also use it. If you have your driver's license, valid driver's license, you can also use it. If you have your international passport that is also valid, you can also use it. You also need your passport photograph to access this loan. And you also need what we call taxpayer ID. How do I get my taxpayer ID? It is also free of charge. At this level, we are not asking you to pay tax, but we are asking you to create and generate a taxpayer ID. The reason is because, number one, the money we are giving to you is also from taxpayers' money. And we also encourage you to join the tax net in Lagos State so that you can contribute to the growth and economic wealth of Lagos State. The second thing is because we also want you to be part of the government. Remember that government does not make money anywhere. The major or the bulk of money that the Lagos State government used in this scheme is from the taxpayers' money. So when you get your tax ID, it is also free of charge. You can get it. I think there is a provision from motivated women to also help you. When you have all these things, put them together, then you apply on our online platform. When you apply, and at this point in time, I also want to appreciate our president. Let's give her a round of applause again. In fact, she's doing immensely to make sure that everybody from motivated women benefit from this scheme. And I want to tell you, from our end, one of our core partners, our major partner, is also motivated women. We have seen a lot of people that have also benefited from our loan program. And when I check the record, we have a lot of people not only applying, but we have people also that are getting their offer letters and they are getting the loan. So it is not just to come and tell you this story. I know if you have beneficiaries around, they can also tell you that this program is real. You don't need to know anybody. And I want you to hold Mr. Elijah very well. He's the one in charge. In fact, I must also commend him. Imagine at 9:30 to 10, sometimes he'll be telling me, Mr. Funsho, my people are on my neck. Oh, what is the status of my application? In fact, recently he sent about 150 names to us. Now please help us check the status of our members. What it means is that they are so passionate about people that graduate from this program. So I want to encourage you, key into this. And after you are taking this 250,000 naira, this is not where you are going to stop. We also encourage you to pay very well, because at LSETF, you will migrate, we will move you will graduate to the next level, which is the level of the 500,000. And like you people used to say that the more money you have, the more you'll be able to do business. So we are hoping to see you graduating from startup to become the full micro enterprise entrepreneur and become SME, which take up to 5 million naira from us. You look out for yourself. I see you there. That's where I see you. And I pray that from today on, as you get your certificate, the blessing of the Lord will be upon your business in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.